A command comes from Allah, nudge them to the right, nudge them to the left. You're off the path, that's why we're on the straight and narrow. This is Allah's rahmah. When they're still going off lane, now you have a car that has the and brings your steering wheel back. There's no different. When you go too much off your lane, the nudging becomes much more difficult, much more difficult. This life of contemplation, this life of understanding is what am I doing wrong and why this type of testing is coming. Correct the character before it's late, correct the character before the grave opens, and correct the character so that you can reach Allah's satisfaction. When Allah is satisfied with the servant, they're drawn near to the presence of Muhammadun Rasulullah. And that becomes the importance of these holy nights. Remembering them, loving them and seeing how much they sacrificed in Allah's way to show that they had good character, that they had patience on their beaten path, and as a result of that they achieved immense proximity to the Divinely Presence. Victory for the believer is their struggle. Only Allah knows what the victory is. People think that everything should have a reward and then that's a sign Allah's happy. But no, what Allah wants as victory may not be known to someone. You may think you failed at something and Allah view it to be victorious because your struggle was great. The one whom was going to conquer Constantinople and Prophet described Muhammad Fatih, didn't name him but says, a great warrior of Islam will rise and he will open up Constantinople and the Islamic flags will enter. And his shaykh was saying, you are that one. 500-600 years later, you're this one. And with that excitement he went into his battle and they suffered heavy losses, heavy losses. And we've described that story many times. And he was getting angry with the shaykh. Said, I thought you said, I'm the one. Said, yes you're the one but we didn't tell you when. Because it's not like you go there, you raise your flag, Allah give you ice cream, say congratulations, enter now. Said, Prophet described you as a great warrior, not an instant warrior. You walk in and everyone is going to drop and run. Keep continuing. And then strategically he had amazing things. He moved entire ships over mountains and brought them back into the water and continuously struggling and struggling and struggling, and that was victorious. And as a result when Allah saw the immensity of his himmah, nothing would stop him. When his ships couldn't enter the water, he literally took all his ships over the mountain, brought them back down and put them on another part of the water and entered into the city with one of his, what do they call that? From one direction, two direction, three direction. He opened up a different direction for his ships by going over a mountain. When we study the history of these souls, their victory was in the immensity of their struggle, that they don't drop their flag, they continue to struggle in Allah's way. Today the struggle is keeping faith on time, keeping the way and the love of Sayyidina Muhammad.